morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And thank you for coming to my Confessions of a Spectrum Mom. Today, I want to talk about pouring into myself, okay? And just my journey of pouring into myself. So, we always should begin at the beginning. I am a certified #1 people pleaser. I don't know if you're a people pleaser too, but I know I am. And I'm very good at being a people pleaser. I'm so good at being a people pleaser that I allow that part of me to take over to my detriment. And it affected my health physically, it affected my health mentally, it affected me spiritually. It affected me emotionally. It affected my relationship with my children. It affected my relationship with my husband. It affected everything. And it got really bad, guys. It got really bad. It got really dark. I'm grateful that I am in the light now. And I'm out of that dark part of time period of my life. But it was tough, guys. It was tough. And during that time, I really put everybody so far ahead of me that I wasn't even on the list. You know, I wasn't even at the bottom of the list. Like, I was not on the list. And somewhere in my like early 40s or so, I got to the point where I was like, I am no longer walking on eggshells. Pick up your eggshells, pick up your pieces, and return them to your home because I am no longer stepping on them. Okay? When it comes to my life, I am taking time for me because I have poured every ounce of my life and soul into those around me to my detriment. I am taking time for me, and I had someone one time call me in the middle of the day. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was asleep. And she was like, "Oh, it must be nice to be asleep, to be able to take a midday nap." And I'm like, I got two special needs kids. I'm a caregiver, a wife, and a mama, and I get no time off. And I've been doing this for over a decade. I'm up every day at 1 o'clock in the morning, working. Okay? I am prepping meals. I am getting things ready for school. I am doing stuff at 1 a.m. So when 10 a.m. comes and my little black butt is tired, I'm taking my nap. If you got a problem with that, you are welcome to get into my shoes. But I've earned every nap that I take. Okay? I've earned every single one. Like, don't at me. You got the wrong sister. I'm from the hood. I will take these earrings off in a hot minute. Okay? That's why the Lord's still working on me. Because sometimes I be ready to but like, I was tired, guys. I had worn myself thin, pouring in to everyone but myself. And so I said, I'm going to take this time. And I'm in the season of me. I'm in the season of Sundiata. That's me. Hi. I'm in the season of Sundiata. And I'm going to take time for me. And so I stopped walking on eggshells. I still do from time to time, but I'm getting a lot better. And I thought about the things, like the dreams that I had as a child, things that I always wanted to do. And I'm like, I'm going to start going after those things. I never learned how to ride a bike. My goal was like by 45, I want to learn how to ride a bike. And let me tell y'all, by the time my 45th birthday came around, I was on a bike. I did it. I was like, everybody in the house is still asleep. But I was so excited. That was a dream fulfilled, guys. And this joy is real, because it had been decades. And I was so afraid I was just afraid of failure, you know? People pleaser and afraid of failure. That's me. If that's you, raise your hand. We are in the same boat. But I was so excited and so proud that I took that step to try to learn how to ride a bike. I'm not good, guys. I said my bike is in the garage with the spiders, and I'm gonna need the spiders to leave my bike alone because I don't like spiders. Well, I can't wait to get back out on my bike. You know, I always wanted to draw, but I never had the confidence to pursue it. And I grew up where, art was okay, but it was not a viable job. I wanted to go to trade school. I absolutely wanted to go to trade school, and needless to say, that idea of me going to trade school was not acceptable. Um, and so I went the long way around through college, and traditional college life was just not for me. And finally, I think I finally graduated college around 30 or so, guys. And it was like from trade school. I went back to school. I was like, I got one shot, Eminem said, you only get one shot. That was it. That was my one shot. I was like, I'm going back to school. I'm going to trade school. I'm getting my degree. And I went to trade school and I got my degree. And it felt good, but it was a long journey because I didn't really have the encouragement or the support in the beginning. I didn't have the encouragement or support, to follow art. I didn't have the confidence. Like, I just was like, I did what I knew I could do, but to push myself further was like, oh my gosh, like I don't think I can. And so that fear of failure, that doubt, self-doubt, just had a stranglehold on me for generations. I feel like generations, but definitely for decades, man. And so finally in my 40s, I was like, I want to learn how to draw. Like, it's been a dream of mine for 35, 40 years. I want to learn how to draw. And my niece did art, and she was like, Auntie, I think you need to post your art on Instagram. Get an Instagram account, post your art on Instagram. I was like, girl, what? She's like, post it. People will see your art, and then you can ask them for feedback. So I did. I no longer have that Instagram account. I closed all my social media except YouTube. But like, she gave me that push to put myself out there when it came to my art. And I'm telling y'all, you saw the stuff that I was drawing. This was 21, 4 years ago. Man, it was ugly. That wasn't the word I wanted to use, but it was ugly stuff. But I did it. And I took the leap of faith and I put my artwork out there. And I got encouragement. I thought I was going to get a lot of rejection, but I actually got a lot of encouragement. And I kept trying. And I kept trying. And I don't draw every day. I don't draw every week. I don't even draw every month. But it's been 4 years. It'll be 4 years in October. And I keep trying, guys. And when I look at where I started 4 years ago on this journey of recapturing childhood dreams, and I see where I started and I see where I am now, guys, it's night and day. It's mind blowing. I want to show the world. Look what I did. I know my family is tired of me sending them text messages showing them my artwork, but I'm like, look what I did. It's so great. I'm so excited. But I'm excited, guys, because this is mine. I told my husband there's not a lot. Everything in my life I have to share. I share with my family. There's very few things that I have that's uniquely mine. This journey with my art is uniquely mine. And it feels so good that journey to overcome my fears and learn how to ride a bike while I'm looking at my bike helmet behind the camera. Like, that is uniquely mine. And I pour into myself. And it's not the biggest and brightest and greatest things. I'm not pampering myself at the spa every other week or whatever. But it's just, I had the dream to learn how to ride a bike. I had the dream to learn how to draw. I'm still learning, but I've come so far and I'm so proud of the effort that I put in, and I'm so proud of where I'm at. And then, like, even with sewing, and I know a lot of people who have come to this channel expect sewing. That's a whole conversation, guys. But I'm proud of what I've learned how to do so far. And most of my sewing is self-taught. I'm a very visual learner, so I'm like, if I can see a picture, if I can kind of understand the construction lines of a garment, I'll try to duplicate it. I mean, uh, not every project is successful in terms of sewing. I have a lot of projects that are not successful, y'all. And but when something does come just right, turns out just right, it feels so good. And so those are the moments that I hold on to, you know, because it's a busy life. It's a busy life. I homeschool two special needs kids who present completely differently. One needs like near constant one-on-one attention, near constant. The other one, I can kind of allow them times of learning to themselves, and then I have to come back and check in on them. But like, just in life, they have completely different needs. So like, it's a lot. It's draining. I love my babies, but it takes a lot out of me to be mom and caregiver and homeschool teacher, and wife and friend and sister and, daughter. Like, we have all these things. And then me, Cindyada, is like, guys, I need to breathe, please. I need to breathe. And so I take time to pour into myself, to do little itty bitty things. And I do a lot. Like right now, it is dark 30 in the morning. I am in my closet because the rest of the family is sleeping out. My husband's on the sofa, which means I was probably snoring. Sorry, babe. So that which means I can record in here. Yay! But I take the time that I have when I'm up in the morning, and I'm up almost every morning, like around between 1 and 3, depending on what time I went to bed. I'm up between 1 and 3 every morning, and I'm reading my Bible, I'm having my prayer time, I'm having worship time, I am prepping schoolwork, I am prepping dinner, I take my chicken out the thaw, which I forgot to do, like, and then if I want to have that relax, pour into me time, I game. When do I get a chance to game? Dark 30 in the morning before everybody get up and start moving about and asking me for stuff. I'm working on a writing project. I'm working on 2 writing projects right now. When do I have the time for that? When everybody's asleep, before everybody gets up and start asking me for stuff. When do I have time to draw? When everybody's asleep and nobody is up and asking me for stuff. Like, these early morning hours is when I pour into myself. Like, I'm not biking at dark 30. Like, I live in a nice neighborhood, but I'm not that crazy. Okay. Excuse me. But other stuff that I can do inside, like, this is my me time. And I started prioritizing me time when I got to my 40s. And so now here I am. My birthday is coming around the corner. I got more gray hair. I can't wait till I'm fully silver, y'all. I done gave my husband a heads up. When this goes all silver, if you think I'm a hot mess now, wait till I'm all silver. I'm gonna be the hottest of hot messes, you know. But I am learning to enjoy life. I am learning to enjoy the little things. We don't live no fancy life. This dresser is probably as old as me. We don't have the fanciest of things. We don't have the fanciest of houses. We don't have the fanciest of cars. We don't have the fanciest of nothing. We got a fancy God. We got an almighty God who has blessed us with blessings beyond compare. And so I'm learning to take care of the vessel that he has gifted me, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I am learning to find joy in the things that he has gifted me. He's gifted me um, the ability to sew. Thank you. I do enjoy it. He's gifted me the ability to draw. I'm grateful for it. I'm having fun. He has gifted me the ability, I would say, to encourage people. And that's what I'm trying to do with my writing, is encourage people. And so I am enjoying this stage. This is the summer of Sundiata. And the summer of Sundiata has been going on for about 6 years now. We are in a perpetual summer. And this is the happiest I've been in my life. I'm still wife. I'm still mom. I'm still friend. I'm still daughter. I'm still sister. But this is the happiest I've been in my life because I finally put my name on the list. Finally put my name on the list. So my encouragement to you, if you made it this far in my crazy conversation, is put your name on the list. You're worth it. You know, more than L'Oreal. You are worth it. Pour into you. Take whatever time you have. If you got 15 minutes a day, take your 15 minutes and pour into you. If you are up like me in the early morning hours when the moon is, I can see the moon over my desk, in the early morning hours and before the sun comes up. And I'm at my desk working. Printer's right there and I'm printing and I'm doing things. Pour into you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. That's a really famous saying. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And you cannot give to your family. You cannot give to your loved ones if you are not here. Do not drain yourself to the point where you lose yourself. Okay? So that's my encouragement to you guys is you are worthy of being a priority. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of having joy. You are worthy of having excitement. You are worthy of chasing your dreams. I don't care if your dream is learning how to ride a bike by the time you turn 45. Go for it. I am rooting you on. I'm cheering for you. I will give you jazz hands till I can't move my hands anymore. Like, do it. Go for it. So that is my prayer. I'm going to end this because I'm getting overly excited. And I'll show you some pictures. Riding my bike. Some of my artwork, like where I've started and where I'm at. And even just my sewing, guys. My sewing. I love to sew. That's my me time. Like, don't ask me to sew for you. This is just me and God pouring into myself. That's it. And some of my projects in this year just have not turned out the way I desired them, but I've still enjoyed the process. I still enjoyed the process. So I will share all that with y'all. With that being said, Lord, let me get my butt up off this floor. We'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye.